Yo, look, today I wanted to talk to y'all about how self-care makes millionaires.
Yeah. Brow, come here. Yeah. I ain't your ordinary hustler. Keep it silence till the goal achieved. Front runner for my team, I do this for my family. Woke up thinking about my daughter being stolen. Got a lawyer, ain't no help inside my corner. I'm gonna do it by my lonely.
Look, so one thing I noticed was that the fact that I wasn't able to find the rhythm that I've got now, the rhythm, the pattern, the happiness, the joy, until I was able to start practicing my self-care, practicing daily things that you do to uplift yourself and take care of yourself. Because honestly, at the end of the day, self-care is literally just respecting yourself. It's when you start to do things for you. It starts to remember that you did this, you did these push-ups, you did these exercise, anything for you. And I'm not talking about for my ladies out here that go shopping.
Women be shopping. You cannot stop a woman from shopping.
Or go buy a wig, because at the end of the day, that's material aspects, and you don't want to put that perspective of you have to add things onto yourself to make you feel like you're enough, which you are absolutely amazing, already enough. Like you don't need no wig when your hair is already beautiful. You don't need no fits, none of that type of stuff.
Hey man, I ain't even mad at you for letting me know.
For my dude, you ain't gotta go and buy you the nicest shoes that just came out when literally those same shoes came out 20 years ago.
That's it, brother. That's the way it is, cuz. That's how it is on the streets, brother.
Just with a different couple colors on it. Everything is literally meant to make you feel like it's something that you need, but in reality, you have to start going within. You have to start taking care of yourself, your body, your mind, in order for you to not feel like you need any external forces, external things to approve or be happy with yourself. Even though I'm not saying anything's wrong with shopping and going and getting those things, if you got the money for it, then that's not a problem.
So what are we here for? What are we here for?
But if you don't, and you're doing these things just so you can feel a little bit better, any of that type of stuff, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but if you're trying to take care of yourself internally, that's not the way you want to go about with it. The generation that we have now, I'm not sure if they are open enough to understand that they have a soul, that their mind, that their body, all of that is something you should be taking care of. Like most of the people I see now, the YNs and the people and the girls that I see going on, some of these people look like sticks.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. That's not how you use that.
Twin, I don't care nothing about how you use it, twin. I'm really here training on how to walk from down in the street, twin.
It's like the YNs ain't going to the gym, ain't nothing. They don't gotta exercise because they got that blick on them, twin. They not worried about any of that type of stuff. But you don't realize how amazing it will make you feel just to be able to feel like I don't need this stick, even though hey, I'm not knocking people that go get the stuff.
I came with a sword like Jesus. I'm not pushing no peace, gang.
But the feeling of knowing you could handle somebody without that, if it was a one-on-one, that's confidence in itself. And a lot of people end up going to external forces or external things because of those things, or because of their childhood. Because one thing that you realize is when you escape the matrix, or whatever you want to call it.
I'm not supposed to be here. Are we living in a dream?
Which I'm gonna make a video about that and further explain what that really is and how that really works. But you realize that as you have went throughout life, 18 years of prison, school, you have to remember that these people have put a projected mindset of how you have to be, or the creativity that you had when you were a child. All of that isn't stretched on for 18 years. It's not stretched on in the schools. It's not stretched on any of the things for religions. You go to these places and you go there to get your soul right. It's a concept meant for people to succeed, but it's not going for everybody's criteria, because everybody is different at the end of the day. You know, some people have found everything they needed to in the schools and religions and the groups and the friends or any of those type of things. And some people don't.
My whole life I've never fit in anywhere. Everything I have to say is always met with an eye roll, as if the act of hearing what I have to say is some exhausting chore.
Some people are just not part of that whole mindset, and they need something else to go and work for them. Perfect example would be, hey, look, black and wearing all black is a nice fit to wear. Nobody can really knock an all black fit. So what they did was, well, since the all black fit is perfect for everybody, everybody should wear black outfits. And that's what we go through for 18 years. And then you realize that some people want to wear green, nigga. Like, some people want to wear yellow, purple, whatever you want to rock with. And I'm not somebody, I love the color black. That's kind of my whole fit. You look at my Instagram page, that's all I really rock with. But like I said, that's not going to fit for every single body. And that concept is literally with most of the things you see in the world. It's a concept, it's a way where people can go to something when they need a direction in life. And most of the time what you have to realize is everybody is a creator. Everybody is creative, but some people create in different ways. Some people need to create with structure. That creativity is hindered occasionally by the structure of not allowing you to break the barriers of the things that you're going for. But back to what I was saying, this video is about self-care, not about the matrix and how we've been programmed. I'm gonna make that my next video. This video is about tapping into you, that version of you that you put down when you were a child. People talk about the inner child, and that was truly when most people were mostly happy. Of course, there are people that had bad childhood, so that's a whole different situation. But regardless, even if you had bad childhoods or any of those things, there is a way where you can start working on trying to build yourself into this person that you want to be, you know, or not only the person that you want to be, but the person that is able to thrive in a creative atmosphere and be around creative people and have their own ideas and be a leader in itself. You can't truly be a leader if you're not healed inside internally. So the first thing you got to start doing every single day is your hygiene. Now, your hygiene is important because it all plays a part in your mindset. So you see people, if you haven't taken a bath in like 5 days, somebody smell like shit in your head. Even if you not one of them people that stress like, I gotta take a bath every day, brother, any of that type of stuff. Like I said, also some people don't have a problem with that. They're mental, they rock how they rock, gang. But for the people that do, and when you do take a shower, I know for a fact every single person in here gets that feeling of, I feel good. It's like a fresh haircut. When you get that haircut, you're legit like, hey, I look good, I feel good, or whatever. That is a basic need for you, you know, to remember and keep your mentality into the thought of, I'm perfectly fine with just taking a shower and walking outside. I look good already. You know, you are doing things that basic needs that repair and help your mind. You want to do a face care routine where you know your body looks good. Get you some cologne. You want to get put oil on your face. I know you done seen them people that be putting baby oil on their face. That's because that makes them feel good. They like that shine they get on their face. They know it stands them out. It's all a mental thing. The second thing I want to talk about would be to journal. See, what I found out was that you have 48,000 to 70,000 thoughts in your head every day. Damn. And for my niggas out here that think journaling ain't all that or whatever, think about it like this. You don't think any of those 40,000 or 80,000 thoughts that you have in your head are worthy. You don't think that any of those things are something that you should write down. You don't have anything in your brain that's saying, this is something I should probably remember. And one thing that you notice is your thoughts are kind of like your guidance in life. Because at the end of the day, when you start writing it down and then you start realizing that you're repeating and writing down the same thoughts over and over again, like, dang, I need to go do these things. Dang, I said I'd do this. At some point, you start to realize maybe that's something you should probably check into. You know, if you got mental thoughts that pop up in your head like, oh, dang, I remember that happened as a kid, write it down. Actually go through the motions, realize why it happened. When you start writing things down like a list, you're bringing it, that's an action that you took towards working towards it. You know, and if you just have it in your head, it's just gone at some point. No one remembers 24/7 of what they think every day. So when you write it down and you put it on a list, you're bringing it into the physical, into the world. The third thing I'd say is to remove negative things. See, so those people, and this is for my people in school, because I know everybody got phones and stuff now, but for those people that are in school and they got people that they're following, and those people aren't good to you or weren't good to you, you need to go ahead and cut them off, because they're just a constant reminder of, this person did not treat me well. This person did not do me well. And whenever you see that person, it's going to be a negative thought in your mental. You know, so you have to keep, your mentality is so important in order to keep going in life, because you will literally fall into a depression just continuously thinking on those negative thoughts, on those negative things that you've been through. You know, so when you're not processing and healing and calling these things out, it's already a red flag for you. One of the main ways you can really recognize this is if you're not okay with just posting and being yourself. Say you got people that following you and you think in your head, I can't post this because they might judge me. Man, fuck them folks. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. You don't need to have anybody stopping you from being your natural self. Now, obviously, you do have to think. I'm not saying that you can go and post anything.
I'm having a panic attack right now. I need to calm the fuck down because I'm having a panic attack.
The crazy part is, even if you posted those things and those people judge you, when you find those group of people that resonate with you on what you post and they're liking your stuff, you're gonna build a group of people that come around you. And when you build those people that come around you, everybody that was looking at you like, man, this man tripping, what they so happy for, or why they posting this type of stuff, if you got big enough, all of their mindsets would change and they'd be like, dang, I never would have expected you to get this.
The last time you checked me was in 2020.
I can't call you now.
Nah, I'm up now.
Or any of that type of stuff. It's fake at the end of the day, and you don't need people doing this. I'm sorry I keep saying at the end of the day too, gang. My bad. It's one of my phrases. Oh well. The fourth thing I gotta tell you, start a routine. Now, if you don't have a routine, okay, my hair getting longer. This junk getting on my neck. I'm over here like, what is this? I ain't never felt that before. But when you have a routine and you're showing yourself discipline, that's the whole part of the routine. Because when you build up a routine, like I said, you're showering, you're doing your face care, you're writing in your journals, you're doing all these things, you're exercising. All of that builds discipline for yourself. And if you don't have discipline, you can't succeed in life. See, imagine you got $1,000 million, you know, and you get $1 million every month type jump.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready for this.
Or not $1 million, I be tripping. $1,000 every month. And you got to learn how to manage that money. When you come around and you get done handling those 1,000, you're able to make that work for a month.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Which is outrageous. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but still, when you're able to do that, when you get that $1 million that you want, though, the things that you really want in life, you'll know how to manage it. And that goes with yourself too. You know, you recognize, hey, look, I'm taking care of myself, but there are going to be other things that you can add on to yourself. But you, if you're not taking care of the basic needs, then when you start being able to access, being able to do other things, like I was able to get my body done and all that, now I can go get me my shoes and all that, you might start overspending on shoes. And the thing is, everything is a thin line between overdoing it. And the last thing I'd have to tell you is, with the whole process of self-care and taking care of yourself, is realizing,
you know, I send apologies. I feel I'm really sorry, and I really want to say this to the bottom of my heart. I feel very sorry for myself for putting myself through that.
You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive certain things that you have allowed to happen or that you've done. You know, because if you're trying to truly become better, those thoughts will plague you in your head. Like, I remember I really let that person slide on that type of junk. Like, I should have really crashed out on them. When in reality, it's something that's in the past now and you can't do anything about it. So the moment that you continue to let yourself become plagued by these things, you are going to naturally be upset. You are going to naturally put yourself in a hole, and it can spill. Once one area is focused on so much, it spills in other aspects in your life. You never want to start having negative things slide through your world and start to slowly corrupt everything else that you got going on. Like, say you got betrayed by this one person and now you feel like you can't hang out with nobody else because you feel like they might betray you or something. That will ruin future opportunities for yourself. And you don't need that. You have to keep the mindset that you want to keep going with. Your mind has to be always more on a positive aspect in order for you to prosper in your life. Because if you're not, then you're going to be plagued. I hope that y'all were able to process and actually understand what I'm saying in here. You know, I be doing my little thingy thing, and you feel me, your boy is out here finding peace, you know, and it's amazing to be able to be in positions where you don't have anything externally giving you value, but you becoming happy with just being you, remembering that you are the shit, twin, you know. So rock out.